Brandy and Chris ride a tandem together on a road.
Communication is real important when you're on a tandem. It takes a lot of teamwork, much more than you think.
Chris Patoir.
Well, I grew up in Long Island, and that's where I started riding motorcycles.
Shot of Chris with one of his motorcycles.
I never got into cycling per se. When I was a kid, it was just a way to get around. And then later on in life, some friends said, oh, you really should try that. So, the next week I went out and got myself a little aluminum bike that's fast, a little race bike. And the ride started going from, going out for 10 miles, turned into 20 miles, and it was 40 miles, and it was 60 miles. And
bike riding is a feeling of freedom and speed, and it's been therapeutic for me.
Brandy Pinder. Brandy and Pinta, her guide dog, walk around a lake.
So I started losing my vision when I was 8, and I rode a bike still until I was about 12, and it was one of my most favorite things to do, and I couldn't do it anymore after that.
Photos of Brandy in New York.
Then I moved here to New York 6 years ago and heard about InTandem last June, and I tried it for short rides, and I said, I'll never do a long ride, and I just kept doing it. And I said, that was my favorite line, is this is something I can't do on my own. So it's an amazing organization, and physically I was able to do it, and now I do 100-mile rides.
Brandy and Chris riding. Close-ups of feet pedaling.
So the feeling you get on bikes, you get to use all your other senses.
Turning on a road.
I like going through Jersey and hearing the wind in the trees, feeling the wind, smelling the trees, even riding through Central Park, hearing all the kids play. Riding is like life. Sometimes you fall down, you get back up, and tandem bike riding is you have to learn how to trust someone else and hope they don't let you down.
Photos of Pinta, Brandy, and Chris.
It's not just about the bike, not just about the tandeming. It's about spending time with people that you're friends with and care about.
More tandem riding. Brandy and Chris ride off down the road.
I've been talking to her about maybe doing a brevet ourselves, do a 200K or, something like that. So we've done the century thing, so now it's time to click the miles up a few more at a time. So we'll see what happens if she's into it.
How do you feel about that?
I'm interested.
You think it's a little crazy? You think he's a little crazy?
It's a little crazy. 62 miles of hills and the Grand Fondo is a little crazy, but if you don't challenge yourself, then...
Special thanks, David Lamb, cinematography. Brandy Pinder, Chris Patoir, Denise Patoir. InTandem logo.